Meantime, the president is defending his stunning statement that he would accept foreign help in the 2020 campaign and would not necessarily tell the FBI. I want to bring in Peter Mathews now, professor of political science at Cypress College, joining us this hour from Los Angeles and a frequent guest. Peter, good to see you.
Good to see you, Natalie.
Well, first, let's begin with your reaction to the president welcoming, apparently, foreign influence vis-a-vis information on presidential candidates and saying if he received it, he would not go to the FBI.
It's totally outrageous. First of all, it's illegal. It also opens him up to blackmail, and he could also be currying favors, or they could curry favors with him if they do him a favor and by helping him with the information that he calls opposition research. It's totally ludicrous that he would equate that with a foreign country giving him help. And I believe it's time to call him on this. And remember the emoluments clause that the founding fathers put in? It said that no president or elected official could, in fact, receive any benefit or emolument from any foreign country, because that means the foreign government can control the United States' foreign policy and domestic policy. The founders are very adamant about that, and yet here's this president doing this, flaunting that whole principle. It's very, very disturbing.
Well, Nancy Pelosi said the president doesn't know right from wrong when she was reacting to what he said, and Democrats are now renewing efforts for impeachment over this. Question is, how serious is this statement by the president, or will this, like other egregious statements we've heard from him, that have caused outrage, just blow over?
It's very serious because it seems to confirm the assertions that he may have actually, or his campaign could have colluded with the foreign country like Russia. He's saying it's not a problem if we did, because I'll take intelligence. If they want to help me, I'll be happy to get elected with their help. But the question is, what will he owe the other country once he's elected? It brings back the whole scenario of what Robert Mueller was investigating. Natalie, it's very, very serious.
Well, on another front, let's talk about the development with Sarah Sanders, the Trump spokeswoman who will be stepping down. She fiercely defended this president through thick and thin, the thick, which is what we've just been talking about right now. How did her support affect his presidency, and what might her legacy be after serving for this White House?
Quite amazing. They seem to both be birds of the same feather, working together for all these years, and finally she's stepping down. And she has been advised to run for governor by the president, governor of Arkansas. Can you believe that? And she did lie outright. She said that there were dozens or many, many FBI employees who were happy that President Trump fired James Comey. Complete lie, which she admitted to Robert Mueller later on. So it's probably a good thing she's gone, but who will replace her? Someone like her once again? This is very concerning, especially when it comes to freedom of speech and freedom of the press. She blocked the press conference for 94 days. It's amazing.
Right. I want to talk about that. What about the role itself? As you said, who will replace her of White House communicator under this president? She killed the White House briefing. It had been tradition for decades. And as you said, she had not held a briefing for 94 days. What does that indicate, Peter, about transparency and openness of this White House moving forward?
It gives the complete lie to the transparency. There's no transparency here. You know, the press briefings at least are something close to what we have in Britain, where they have the Prime Minister question time, when the Prime Minister has to answer questions from Parliament. At least the press secretary is supposed to answer certain questions regarding the president's position. That's the closest thing to it, and here she cuts it off for 94 days. There's no transparency here whatsoever. It's very, very bad for democracy, especially.
Right. Peter Mathews, we really appreciate your insights. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.